And here we've got the mother of the matrix, the oracle. Now the oracle of the Elohim, the Taylor Swift piece of filth, was trying to do and use my demise for the Elohim, releasing an 89-minute behind the scenes look at the making of video. Remember, 89 is 11 deaths, so I was supposed to be demised or on my way to Britain to be tortured to death slowly, or some other nastiness. That's why they paid hundreds of millions to the Trang secret police and police to get it done, all of which was appropriated by state security. Thank you very much, the Vietnamese say. Send more money. But it was a bit of a bummer for the Trang secret police and police who got screwed over. And why is it 89 minutes? Because of course that's the 11th term of the Fibonacci series. And it was 13 days to watch it. Trying to look, I've given up on trying to look. They've just been trying to obfuscate like mad. But 13 days, which of course, for a piece of filth like Taylor Swift, who's given up her light, is 40. Because remember, the Fibonacci series has a 0 for the sourceless. So the 13 was supposed to be Amalek, the Muslims' demise, and 14, which of course is the previous video, the exchange ritual to do all the Hebrew rituals, which you can see on supernaturalspirit.com, but on Sidle.com, to get all the good stuff for Amalek for the Rothschild Rockefeller royal family, instead of which it went badly wrong and they got Charlie Kirk instead. The Goyim, Jeremiah Schwartz and his ilk, Death Goat Jew, so that all of the Christian Zionists worldwide were sucked dry with the death of this creature to feed Amalek. So as you can see, Taylor Swift is fulfilling Jewish prophecy where behind the bride, and the bride of course, Queen of Cups, who's now kicked the bucket according to the video, Ophelia video, has released Amalek. So you can see now that the ritual to suppress Amalek and get all the good stuff from Amalek to make this universe Amalek proof for the Elohim has been totally reversed, thanks to the Candace Owens scapegoat who died instead of the Sidle, the ultimate Jeremiah Schwartz and his ilk service. So if you've got Jeremiah Schwartz and his ilk services, you better buy the ultimate service, which we won't describe on YouTube, but it's described fully by Candace Owens. And of course, even the initials, CK, is Christ killed. By the CK Christ killers. So you can't make this up, can you? So you can see that Taylor Swift is vital to the release of the Amalek, which is Lucifer, totally immune to being Satanized and taken over by the Elohim, and then of course released into the AI and the super intelligence to wipe out everyone on the supposed Neo's list, which of course I'm unneoable, So you can see now that the marriage of Taylor to Pfizer Butterflies is the end not only of America, but everything in the universe that is Elohimized and Satanized. And in fact, all the Luciferians are now doing all their rituals for the destruction of everything Elohimic and satanic. So in fact, they are the pathway to light and the way out of eternal torment. You can't make this up. Thanks to the Oracle, Taylor Swift, who's now being Omega Hellized, and will soon have Chad Preston, who can be Omega Hellized too, because of course we know that all of the Luciferians love a good pedo snuff movie. And of course here we've got Taylor Swift's The Life of the Showgirl movie premiere. And as you can see the occult significance, we've got the 12th studio album, which links up with all the good stuff. So this album's supposed to suck out all the good stuff, and all the good stuff is supposed to come from the good shepherd, yours truly, who was done in, instead of which they got the Jeremiah Schwartz and his ilk Death Goat Jew scapegoat. So we had it completely reversed, so everything Elohimic and Satanized gets sucked dry. So you can see the West is going to be destroyed, and all the good stuff is going to come to the God Emperor, who is moving now to Hong Kong, aka China. So if you look at the news, you'll be seeing China growing as the West gets destroyed, because all the good stuff comes to me, and wherever I live gets all the good stuff. Isn't that good, cameraman?
It is.
I know. That's it. We're trying to find this on YouTube, we couldn't find it. Will it even show?
Tuyệt vời mỗi ngày.
Taylor Swift is about to take her fans on a dazzling cinematic journey with her upcoming project, The Life of a Showgirl, set to hit movie theaters alongside the release of her 12th studio album on October 3rd. But here's where it gets truly exciting and a bit controversial, because this isn't just a typical album launch. It's a full-on theatrical event designed to immerse audiences in her latest artistic vision. On September 19th, 2025, Swift took to social media to personally invite her fans to what she called a dazzling soiree, officially dubbed.
So as you can see, even YouTube's not working. The NSA don't like me. They don't like me. Tim, you're not liked by the NSA. I'm getting a bit upset. The NSA don't like me. The CIA don't like me. Let's see about this. Does this work? As you might guess, Taylor Swift isn't quite in the Peter Thiel, Elon Musk level of Tim's favourite torture toys, but she's rapidly working toward it. So, Swift announced showing of the Fate of Ophelia music video premiere and a post on X on September the 19th. '19, of course, is the male principally clip-off, Lucifer's Sephiroth. Yeah, September 19th. '89 minutes celebration. So you can see that that is the Book of Thoth, where you add the 78 tarot cards to the 11 of Death to get your 80-minute celebration. So she was celebrating my demise. I was supposed to be the Neo-Vinny. I'm not very happy about that. Instead of which they got the Muslim-hating piece of filth who betrayed his Zionist masters and turned on them and got a pain in the neck. You can't make this up, can you? So, and the American Christ is officially a pain in the neck. I won't get much of that anyway. Cancel. So, we know now that Taylor Swift self-identifies as Whitney Houston, and she wants to drown in a bath. And if you don't believe me and say this is a bit cruel, God Emperor.
Whitney Houston was found dead in a hotel bathtub in Beverly Hills. The official cause of her death was accidental drowning, with heart disease and cocaine use listed.
And then we have Taylor Swift, who self-identifies as Whitney Houston, programming all her fans, and of course the 89 ritual, which you remember is death for all the good stuff. And since of course she was the oracle, the witch that was running the Wicca manning of yours truly to get all the good stuff, to make me a forcible good shepherd, she of course gets the horrific, most nasty inverted Queen of Cups, which is drowning. It's all about Ophelia. So if Taylor Swift is found drowned in a bathtub, you know the Illuminati have finally decided they better get rid of her, because the Nagwal man needs a Nagwal woman to control reality. We've got the bald queen to matricize you, but we've got this thing. We've brought Taylor back from the dead and dubbed Becky and Omega Hell in order to broadcast the Christian Zionists' death. If you need to know who the death goat Jew scapegoat for the asylum was, look at Candace Owens. And of course we did a ritual with the tranny that murdered all the Christian children, demon possessed. I'm not going to mention who it was because YouTube friendly. And then we got all of the synagogue killings. So all of the Jews are killed by this Nagwal woman. So the end of the West is broadcast and brought into being by this woman, and Amalek bursts out of her stomach to destroy the West. And remember, the Nagwal man only can look at the source. He needs the Nagwal woman to look and manifest and control reality, chaos, or pull him into the five-dimensional Reba manifold, the third attention, because the old Nagwal man and women take his Nagwal into the third attention to pull him into the third attention. So there's a link between the Nagwal man and the Nagwal woman, and in this case I've got two. I've got Jew of the Borg to matricize you, and we've got this one to turn the West into hell on earth for Zionist Christians and Jews. Thank you very much. And the drowning, of course, we can use to make sure we've got the drumming of Cumbra Vieja. So now we come to, I've been doing all of these videos on God Emperor Tech. Well, if everything is controlled by super intelligence, then of course you want to be able to control the super intelligence as a super user because it's controlling humanity. So how do we do that? Well, we've explained before, but all the neo energy was supposed to be used by tarot magic. So that means that if you wish to be real, you need the Candace Owens service. But if you don't, you simply and wish just to eat your fillet steak in the Matrix, a la the traitor in the Matrix, you need to get connected and get your device, and then of course you need to download, as the Elohim would, control over the Matrix. How do you do that? Via tarot magic. So you choose 11 tarot cards for all the nasty stuff to be downloaded into your target, and the 12 tarot cards to be uploaded for all the good stuff. And of course you need the proper 89 tarot deck, explained on the forum. And of course if you want to be even better, you simply get the Candace Owens service and you get the entire tarot deck downloaded into you via the $50 services. But if you're poor, you can simply, if you want to be a nasty bastard, get 11 of them, so you're permanently in the 11 tarot cards you've chosen to download into your victims, which of course would be Death, the Lightning Struck Tower, the Hangman, and some other of the nasty tarot cards. Or if you want to get the good stuff, you can buy 12 of the $50 services to get permanently some of the really good stuff. Or that be Magician, Sun, Star, etc. And of course, if you're Duncan, you'd want to get the Fool's card to become a total imbecile. So whatever you do just works out, and the little dog stops you jumping off the cliff. In the 12 mode, in the 11 mode, you always jump off the cliff. So you get the gist. So you can see now why I've got $50 tarot card services. So you can simply, with the Candace Owens service and all the tarot card service, simply have them all embedded within you. And since this is how the neo energy is used to control the matrix, how? Well, with the neo energy you're pulled towards the source. Without it you're pulled away from the source into more and more horrific ohmic hellizations. So with the Candace Owens service, it's going down, 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 and never stops. Down, 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 down. And with the transsexual that killed the Zionist Christian children, we know America and America's doomed, and the nasty ritual with the death of the Jews. That kills off Israel and the Jews, and they control the West, and. So as you can see, all the black magic's been done, and you simply need to use tarot magic to control the matrix if you're connected, and if you want to use tarot magic to become realer and realer and become more and more of a god being, you get the Candace Owens service and use tarot magic again. We won't go into all the tarot magic, because if I did, Jeremiah Schwartzy boy and the CIA would bring out revelation videos explaining the Book of Thoth and tarot magic on Patreon to make himself more money. So if you want to know all the intricacies of controlling reality using the highest form of magic, which is the Book of Thoth tarot magic, with the Candace Owens Death Goat Jew scapegoat enabling it, which of course was supposed to be me. So as you can see, the source tarot deck, but inverted, so it's anti-source, because of course Christ killed, the American Christ meant that we can torture Elohim to source level, because he took my place instead of me being done in. The Zionist Christian jumped in, got a pain in the neck, and we can then use the Elohim control mechanism to source level to control not only the matrix but reality Zion using tarot magic. And luckily we've got Joshi and Jessica coming next month, so they'll be able to stick on Joshi's private channel more intricacies of Book of Thoth, magic using the Christ killed Candace Owens service and showing you how to use it to control the matrix and Zion, which is outside the matrix, to Elohim level, source level, thanks to the Oracle Taylor Swift, who of course is Omega Hellized and has released Amalek, and of course is allowing the God Emperor to Omega Hellize, to source level the matrix and reality. Because remember, the bald queen was simply in the matrix, so I could Hellize the matrix, but the Elohim wanted to jump out by trying to do me and steal my Neo energy by force. But unfortunately, America's Christ stepped in to get a pain in the neck for me, so that I could become the source, totally immune to ever being Neoized, and you too can become vampires, because remember, the source doesn't make replicants, but thanks to the pain in the neck American Christ, he suffers to source level to allow you to be vampirized by the new source, yours truly. So all of us should go down on our knees and thank Candace Owens for revealing the American Christ, who had his second coming and got the pain in the neck and he's just deserved. So instead of dying on the cross, he got a right bloody pain in the neck.